So welcome back, and today I'm going to be taking a look in my landscape photography camera bag, showing you all the things I take on these landscape photography trips, but also we'll be heading out to the Scottish wilderness to hopefully shoot some amazing landscapes. So we'll be doing that a bit later on in the video. Firstly, I thought I'd talk about my bag, and this is the Low Pro Photo Sport 55 litre backpack, which is a dedicated camera bag, which is absolutely brilliant. You know, I think it's really lightweight, durable. I've had it for a couple of years now. It's stood the test of time. I really enjoy this bag, and it gets all of my gear into it. It's got a dedicated camera cube in it, which protects all of my equipment. And also there's plenty of space to put waterproof clothing, your food, a drone, all of that type of gear as well. So yeah, highly recommend this bag. I also use this smaller bag from Wandered when I need to keep the weight down in my pack for when I'm out on a longer hike, or I just need to reduce what I'm taking out for the day. Now I want to share all of my video equipment with you, and then a bit later on in the video when we're out in the Highlands, I'll be sharing my stills gear and all the little accessories that I take too. So let's get into the video gear. So for filming these videos and as a backup stills camera, I've got the Fuji X-S10, which is really light and does everything that I need it to do to film these videos. And that's what's filming us now. The video footage is really good, I think, for such a small compact camera. Usually I'm using the Fuji 18-55 lens to film these videos, and that gives me enough reach and flexibility most of the time. I also use this, the DJI Action 4, which just fits in my pocket and yeah, lives in there most of the time. When I need to take some video footage, I can just grab it on the go, press record, and it'll record excellent footage, which matches really well with the Fuji X-S10. And I've got this little selfie stick too, so if I want to do a piece to camera, I can just hold that up, do the piece to camera. It's also got a little tripod feet on it as well, so you can place it down on the go. So it's really super lightweight, flexible, great video footage, stabilized, lives in my pocket, absolutely brilliant. Wouldn't be without this now, and it's waterproof too. Now for my audio, I use these, the DJI wireless mics. Now I will be upgrading these very shortly to the version 2s, because the version 2 ones have got 32-bit float. That means you can recover clipped audio. So if all of a sudden I start speaking really loudly, sometimes with these mics, I lose, information in the file, so it sounds distorted and I can't recover it in post-production. Whereas if you've got a 32-bit float, that means you can recover those clipped audio pieces, so you can get rid of that distortion, which is super helpful. So we'll be upgrading these very soon. The receiver plugs into the top of my Fuji X-S10, and it also fits in there via USB-C. But the Mark II versions, I think, connect wirelessly, so I can put the cover on and it will be 100% waterproof. So that's another reason for wanting to upgrade to the Mark II versions. Now for my drone, I've got this, the DJI Mavic Air 2, which is a fantastic little drone. It's a few years old now, but I really like it. It's small enough to fit in my bag without any problems. It delivers great footage and also takes really nice stills as well. So I do actually want to start using this more for stills photography. It's something I've been experimenting with, but I really like this little drone, and yeah, I wouldn't be without it. It's absolutely wonderful. Really nice to get those cinematic panning shots of the landscape. Yeah, really enjoy a little bit of drone footage. So always take the drone with me. It's always a great thing to have. So that takes care of the video equipment. We'll be talking about my tripods, my stills gear, and all my little accessories a little bit later in the video. So let's get into it. Regular viewers will know that myself and Henry Turner had teamed up for the week to explore the Torridon area of the Highlands. And today we're checking out an area called Lochán an Lusgair, which at first glance was just a little bit underwhelming. However, that soon changed as we were treated to some wonderful moments of light. So welcome to Glen Torridon, an absolutely beautiful area here in the Highlands of northern Scotland. Absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. And we're set up here for the first shot of the day, and I'm using this lovely green boat as my foreground interest. Now there's a fishing bothy just there. We've got this loch here and this wonderful mountain in the background that's got a little bit of snow on the top and also some beautiful light. The clouds are nice and dramatic too. So I think this makes a really nice, simple composition Really, really nice one to start the day off. I'm really buzzing about this. Before we take the shot, I just wanted to talk about my tripods that I use. So first of all, my sort of main tripod, if you like, my workhorse is this, which is the Sunway photo tripod. And I've also got the geared head as well. And I find this geared head really, really enjoyable to use. It allows me to fine tune my composition left and right, forward and back. I really enjoy using this. This is several years old now and it's as good as the day that I've got it. I highly recommend Sunway Photos equipment. I think it's very, very good. The tripod I use for my video setup is the K&F Concept Carbon tripod. Very lightweight. I've only had that probably about a month or so, but so far that's done me proud and it's nice and light. I think the quality is good too. So yeah, that's what I use for my videography gear. I also use that K&F tripod as well when I'm on a longer hike and I want to keep the weight down and I don't want to take this more sturdy, heavier tripod that I've got here. That's the tripods. We'll talk a little bit more about the stills equipment on the next shot, but I want to take this photo now before the light changes. I want to make the most of this. So, got a bit of blue sky coming in now, which may or may not help the composition. We're at 100th of a second f11, ISO 125. We'll focus on the boat there. 2-second timer. A little bit of light on the foreground too. Beautiful. So I've moved around to the other side of this little lock here and I'm going to frame a shot up looking back towards that little bothy because I think it might be quite nice with the mountain in the background. But before we get onto that, let's talk about the stills setup that I use. And for many of you, if you watch this channel for a long time, you'll know that I use the Fuji system. And I think for me personally, it offers a very good balance between lightweight and also good quality. So yeah, when I'm out walking longer distances, I like to keep the weight down. It's quite a big deal for me. So that's why I go for this smaller APS-C system. And it works just fine for my needs. This is the Fuji X-H2, which has got IBIS or in-body image stabilization, which is great for shooting handheld, obviously. And it does everything that I need to do. It's also great for video too. Now the lens I've got on the front here is the 16-55 f2.8. Now, I wouldn't recommend this lens for landscape photography, even though it is a fantastic lens, and that's just because it is quite heavy, but I use this for multiple different things, and that's why I use it. But I will be very interested to see what the new 16-50 lens that's coming out soon will be like. If that offers a good quality option, then I might take a look at that and perhaps swap it out, because I think it's going to be a lot smaller. So I'll be taking a look at that in the coming months when that lens is on the market. But yeah, let's go ahead and shoot this bothy now, and then we'll take a look at the other two lenses that I've got in the bag and the accessories that I use as well. So I think framing this up is, again, pretty simple, you know. I'm just going to put the bothy in the bottom kind of section of the image, let the mountain really take over the rest of the scene, and yeah, just frame it up nice and simple. Wait for a nice splash of light to hit the foreground and make the image. Yeah, it doesn't really get any simpler, to be honest.
Please allow me to mention my landscape photography ebook, all about how I compose my photos. The PDF book has over 120 pages and 200 photos that show my thought process from finding a composition to finally pressing the shutter button. I'm sure you'll find it a great read, and it is the best way to help support my channel. If you do fancy checking it out, there is a link down there in the video description.
So I just wanted to talk about my other two lenses that I use. Now this is the Fuji XF 70-300 lens, which is an amazing lens. It's got a great reach, it's weather sealed, it's really lightweight and compact. I think it's really good for landscape photography. It ticks all of the boxes and the image quality is decent. Now it doesn't compare really to the 50-140, which is very, very good, but I think with its versatility, I'm okay with that just a little bit of an image quality drop off, and it's not that bad. It really is quite a good lens. I'm completely happy with the images I get from this. So this is always in my bag, and I actually sold my 50-140 lens because I never took it out because I was always using this. I think that kind of speaks for itself, if you like. Now, my wide angle lens of choice is this, the Viltrox 13mm f1.4 lens. And this is a very versatile lens. It's obviously quite wide, and it also works well for astrophotography because it's got that f1.4 aperture. So you can open the aperture up and suck in all of that light to show the stars, auroras, all of that type of thing. So that's why it's in my bag. It's quite a versatile lens. Sometimes I'm looking for a bit of a wider focal length, and this doesn't quite get me where I need to get to. So maybe in the future I will get another wider lens, but for now it seems to work for me most of the time. So yeah, they're the other two lenses that really allow me to capture all of the images that I need when I'm out and about shooting landscapes. Anyway, let's go and catch up with Henry, see what he's up to, and then I'll talk about some of the accessories that I use when I'm out and about shooting these amazing places. Right, let's do it. So that was a really enjoyable few minutes of nice light down there actually on that old building. So while I'm walking back to our next location and to meet up with Henry, I just thought I'd talk about filters. So I use a couple of different brands. I use Nissin's FS Swift system, I think it's called, which are a push-on filter. And I also use the Case Wolverine magnetic filters. Both really good. I think there's pluses and minuses for both. But yeah, I've used the Case ones for many years, and I'm just testing out the Nissin ones at the minute. But I think, yeah, they're both really good, offer really good quality glass as well. So yeah, highly recommend both of them, to be honest. And here's Henry. Right, let's go and have a chat with him, see what he's been up to. How's it going, mate? Did you get any good ones?
I think I did, you know. I was a little bit unsure at first at that side of that lock, but there was like a burst of, I mean, you were there, there was that amazing burst of light.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing, wasn't it? Like, it just sort of came out of nowhere.
Just for a minute, it was amazing.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I was happy, but yeah, I'm sort of keen to see what else is on offer in this area now.
We need to find some pine trees.
We do.
That's it. So before we get on to the other accessories that I've got in my bag, I just want to take a moment to say a massive, massive thank you to all of you. The channel has just reached 50,000 subscribers, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. I'm getting emotional, but genuinely, like, I can't thank you all enough. Like, I used to go to Liverpool to watch the Reds play, and I used to sit in the stands and just look out in amazement at all of those people, and we've got a similar amount of people now subscribed to this channel, and it's just, yeah, it's just unreal, to be honest. And I know how loyal you all are as well. You know, you regularly watch my videos. I see other channels out there that have got hundreds of thousands of subscribers and get less views than this channel does. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank you guys enough. It really does mean the world to me that you're all a part of this channel. It's just incredible. So thank you so much. Like, you know, it's my dream to do this full time. I've been doing it full time for about 4 months now, and it's tough going, it is, but all your little purchases, all of your help, all of your likes, subscriptions, your comments goes such a long way to enable me to do this full time and follow my dreams and my passion. So once again, thank you so much. Anyway, let's go and see if we can make another image today, and I'll show you the rest of the bits that are in my bag. I've been walking through this bracken for the last 20 minutes and it's been tough going. I've been trying to find a composition and nothing has really presented itself, so I'm having another go, and I found a nice Caledonian pine here across the river, so I'm going to try and frame a shot up. I think this might be the position I'm going to shoot from. yeah, let's see if we can make this work. So I've wandered down to this area to take this shot, but the light is so flat right now. I think it's going to make taking this shot completely impossible. Everything just blends together. It really needs a pop of light. You know, if we had some nice side light on this pine that we've got in the background, I think there's an image there, but right now, not the case. But anyway, I just want to talk about a couple of extra things that I've got in the top of my bag. The first one is a shutter release cable. That's a great piece of equipment to use, obviously, when you want to, you know, time, say, waves just at the right moment. You know, using the shutter release cable is great for that. So that's always in my bag. And also I've got some lens wipes and a few bits and bobs for keeping my gear clean in the top there too. But that's pretty much everything I've got in my bag. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this week's video, you might like the one that's up here too. And why not check out my ebook as well, which is linked up there and also down in the description. As ever, it was great to catch up with Henry. I do hope to see you all again next week.